Have you ever wondered why Putin is so confident that Russia has won the Ukraine-Russia war? It's a question that's been on many minds as we witness the unfolding saga of this conflict. The reasons aren't as straightforward as you might think. Stay tuned to find out the reasons, the current situation in Ukraine, and how the West is planning to help Ukraine. The Ukraine-Russia war started when tensions between the two nations escalated over territorial disputes, particularly concerning Crimea. The situation took a turn for the worse when Russia conducted a test of an intercontinental ballistic missile. This provocative act sent shockwaves around the world, even as Russia insisted it wasn't an escalation. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky was counting on international support, looking towards the West for a lifeline. As the conflict intensified, the world watched with bated breath as the leaders of two powerful nations locked horns over geopolitical supremacy. The United Kingdom, among others, urged Russian President Putin to reconsider his decision to suspend Russia's participation in the New START treaty, a crucial safeguard for global security. This plea, however, fell on deaf ears, further fueling the flames of war. As the battles raged on, a source close to President Zelensky stated that more Ukrainian victories on the battlefield were necessary for real peace talks to begin. Yet peace seemed a distant dream as the war showed no signs of slowing down. This brings us to the present day, with Putin declaring victory and the West rallying to support Ukraine. Now, why is Putin confident that Russia has won the war? This question has been echoing around the globe. To understand Putin's confidence, we need to delve into a few key factors. First, there's the military strategy. Despite the international outcry and economic sanctions, Russia has been able to maintain a strong military presence in Ukraine. This is largely due to their superior firepower and resources. Next, we consider the geopolitical considerations. Putin has been cultivating alliances with nations like China, which has not condemned Russia's actions and has even strengthened its support for Moscow over the past year. This has provided Russia with a buffer against Western pushback. Finally, there's the domestic support. Putin's narrative of Russia as a besieged fortress has resonated with many Russians, leading to a surge in nationalism that has bolstered his standing at home. These factors combined have fortified Putin's belief in a Russian victory. But while Putin may believe he has won, the situation on the ground in Ukraine tells a different story. So, what's really happening in Ukraine right now? The challenges Ukraine faces are vast and multifaceted. At the heart of the conflict, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is relying on international support for Ukraine's own peace formula, while a source close to him states that more Ukrainian victories on the battlefield are vital for real peace talks to commence. In the midst of this, Ukraine needs more military assistance to end the war. Meanwhile, a deputy mayor of Lviv has sent a stern warning to China, cautioning against supplying lethal weapons to Russia, stating that it would have unpredictable consequences for the Chinese economy and future. On the battlefield, Ukraine's strength is being tested. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, has observed that Russia's military is hurting bad after 9 months of war in Ukraine, where they have failed to achieve any of their goals. This suggests that Ukraine could be in a position of strength to negotiate a Russian withdrawal. In the southeastern region of Ukraine, 5 Shahed drones were shot down in Zaporizhia. Despite the intensity of the conflict, the Ukrainian forces continue to defend their homeland with resilience and courage. As Ukraine continues to resist, the question becomes, how is the West planning to help? The West has been vocal in its support for Ukraine, but what does that really mean? In the face of this escalating conflict, Western powers have stepped up to bolster Ukraine's resilience. This support has taken various forms, from diplomatic efforts to financial aid and military assistance. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson advocated for providing military aid to Ukraine, including tanks, planes, and artillery. This, he believes, will not only help Ukraine win the war against Russia, but also enhance Western security. Simultaneously, the United States has shown unwavering support. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, has suggested that the U.S. and the West are prepared for a longer conflict and will continue supporting Ukraine for as long as necessary. The U.S. also extended the ban on Russian-affiliated vessels from its ports, a clear stance against Russia's aggression. On the other hand, diplomatic efforts are also in full swing. The United Kingdom urged Russian President Putin to reconsider his decision to suspend Russia's participation in the New START treaty, signaling the importance of global security over political gain. However, it's not just about military power and diplomacy. Financial aid plays a crucial role too. These funds help Ukraine strengthen its defenses, support its economy, and provide humanitarian aid to those affected by the war. As the Ukraine-Russia war continues to evolve, the world watches, waits, and works to bring about a peaceful resolution. In conclusion, we've delved into Putin's confidence, rooted in strategic moves and alliances. We've observed Ukraine's situation, marked by resilience and a call for peace. We've also explored the West's impending aid, a beacon of hope for Ukraine. Remember, understanding the situation is the first step to making a difference. Thank you for watching.